3 days left until XCN Goliath goes live. And a lot of people are anticipating it and they're very excited for what's to come. Now, even if you don't see immediate price action, the moon boys, etc., might be, like, oh, it didn't go up, etc. That obviously that could be the case. But we're looking for long-term growth here. We're looking for long-term adoption of this project and what it's building, right? That's who get the massive gains in crypto. The people that are patient, the people that are willing to hold for medium to long term, right? That's who's the most successful in this space, right? The people that held Bitcoin from its first few initial years of being released to its all-time high of 120k. Those people became billionaires, right? Those are the people that changed their lives, the people that could hold, the people that could have patience in this space. Because in my honest opinion, why would you exit a project when it's just consolidating, going sideways? It's not really losing strength against the market as much. It's behaving as typical altcoins would, right? I don't see the point, in cutting your losses there to chase green candles in something else, right? If, in my opinion, the best way is to, obviously, if you have an honest living, you're making some money, you have a job, you have hustles, etc. You have an investment, you diversify, right? You have some XCN, you diversify into other projects. So that way you could have your money in XCN just so you don't miss the massive moves that potentially could take place there. And then you could still, trade or, invest in other projects that you think could move a lot faster, right? That's how you approach this space, in my opinion, right? The diversification is key. It'll save you a lot of trouble. It will keep you, it would take emotions away, right, from your investing strategies. And I think, like I said, XCN has a high probability of success, right? Obviously, nothing is guaranteed, and nothing in crypto is like 100% sure. So never invest more than you're willing to lose, guys. Never invest an amount that go, if something goes wrong, you're like, oh man, now I can't pay my rent, now I can't pay my mortgage. Don't do investments like that, right? Crypto investment money, which I should be telling myself, I should have, applied my own advice, but crypto investment money should be money, extra money that you have, right? Extra money that you're willing to take a risk with. And again, like I said, I think XCN is going to be one of the altcoins that have, a higher probability of success compared to other altcoins on the market, personally, right? So there's 3 days left to the Goliath countdown. And again, it's going to be a great time. Like I said, even if price action doesn't follow, it's what is being built here. It's what is being adopted here. That's what's most important. So if you take a look here, statistic that I found from Benji Crypto, top 10 promising projects with a market cap under 200 million. This time we made a list of the top 10 projects, in our opinion, with a current market cap under 200 million, you could take a closer look at, right? And number one on their list is XCN. You remember Grass? I remember people that trade Solana were bullish on Grass, ZK, XPL. A lot of people were bullish on XPL at the time, which had which is focused on stable coins, right? Phantom S did extremely well in the 2020 to 2021 cycle. This cycle, highly underperformed, like extremely underperformed. Maybe it does make a comeback though, right? You're supposed to buy the fear, so maybe it does make a comeback. Look, XCN is the number one project that they think is going to do fantastic here, guys. And I don't disagree. I don't disagree with their top 10 at all. This is from Bearded Crypto. XCN Goliath launches in 3 days, but that's not what I'm excited most about. Q2 bank mesh connectivity starts. To summarize, Goliath bank mesh, read below. Goliath mesh, one of the most important pieces. This is where things get serious. Mesh equals bridge between public blockchain and private regulated systems. How it works: app sends messages to Goliath. Goliath does the timestamp orders, cryptographically verifies it. Permission networks execute their own logic locally. Translation: banks can run their own private ledgers but use Goliath for trust plus ordering. What? And this is their product market fit. This is their PMF. So now if banks want to run, or not even banks, maybe there's some rich people in Dubai that want to run some private ledgers, they could use Goliath for that, right? Key use cases, CBDCs, which is going to be obviously fundamental. CBDC stablecoins, they're going to interoperate, basically frictionless. You know, you're going to be able to swap between or use CBDCs and stablecoins instantly, no issues, no problems at all. You're going to be able to switch between the two at any time, right? Regulated DeFi, financial institutions, cross-border settlements, excited I am. And this is what I'm saying, right? These are the type of projects I'm talking about on the channel that have, you know, their focus is regulatory compliance, and their focus is, you know, onboarding, collaborating with, or integrating with, or disrupting, either way, the previous traditional finance system, the previous banking system, TradFi, Wall Street, you name it. Because crypto and blockchain is a technology that the banks cannot compete with. CZ Binance said it in an interview recently, where he already said banks won't be able to keep up with blockchain, especially when you integrate AI and agents as well. They won't be able to keep up. And, you know, XCN is a project that is building towards, hopefully, you know, hope is not a strategy, but they are building towards, and this is their goal, where banks and other corporate enterprises, investors, etc., use the technology that they built in these private ledgers to, you know, keep up with the change that is happening and the upgrade that is happening to the TradFi sector, right? The previous banking sector. We see CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, Brian Armstrong of Coinbase saying they're going to tokenize everything, right? And for you to tokenize everything, that is blockchain. You need blockchain rails for that. And XCN could be one of the projects, XCN could be one of the projects that are utilized for this, right? Because these are the use cases that it's building. Banks can run their own private ledgers for CBDCs, regulated DeFi, financial institutions, and cross-border settlements, right? Remittances. So shout out to Bearded Crypto for the fantastic write-up. Great account to follow, man. I'm telling you. He's on point with his XCN research. He really is. We have from George Benjamin here, 3 days until XCN Goliath testnet goes live, or mainnet, you should say, George. Mainnet goes live. Engineered to advance performance, scalability, and real-world applicability, Goliath represents a significant step forward for Web3 infrastructure. Early holders remain strategically positioned at the forefront with early priority access to the testnet, where participants will be engaging on broader market awareness. Hashtag Goliath testnet. Zero Manser here also highlighting what is happening here with Wolf. Wolf is saying 3 days, that's it. 3 days until Goliath goes live and everything changes, while others are sleeping on XCN. The smart money is positioning, infrastructure, utility, momentum, all aligning at once. This isn't hype, this is timing. The ones who understand what's coming aren't asking if anymore, they're asking how big this move will be. And right now XCN is sitting at 205, which is very awesome to see. Just under 194 million unlocked market cap here. Again, holding up extremely well compared to other altcoins. It is. It even had, some nice bounces as well. There's demand here. People want to buy this project. There's demand here, but the overall macro of the market is really holding down altcoins. It really is. So when the overall macro changes and when more catalysts arise for XCN, when more adoption takes place, like I said, I would think, obviously it's not guaranteed, but I would think there is a high probability for success here, or higher probability compared to other altcoins in the space, right? So as always, none of this is financial advice. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Join my Discord, follow me on X, subscribe to my Clips channel. It really helps out. Thank you guys so much for the continued support, and I'll catch you in the next.